Welcome to day 40. You are now on the final day of your 40-day mission-minded family challenge. And I want to thank you for joining me on this adventure, an adventure of just learning more about God's greatest commandments to love Him and to love others, and God's great commission to go into all the world and to preach the gospel. This world is a needy place, and God has called us to be a light in a very dark world. Continue to pray for all the nations of the world. Continue to stir up in you more of His passion for the lost.
Oswald J. Smith said, "Why should anyone hear the gospel twice before everyone has heard it once?" As we've been working on this 40-day mission-minded challenge, we have been focusing on eternity. We've been focusing on being part of God's great commission, guarding the gates of our home, about raising the bar for our kids and challenging them, about giving to God, and about following God's commandments and finding God's attitudes, His beatitudes. I want to encourage you as mission-minded families that we want to focus on God's purpose, to love God and to love others. And if we have real love for others, we need to remember those who have yet to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. On the earth today, there is about 1.6 billion people who have never yet heard the gospel. Someone must go to them. As families, I want to encourage you to learn about unreached people groups throughout the world. These are people that are still waiting to hear the gospel. You can go to joshuaproject.net, and even there's a daily unreached people group that you can see the pictures and you can learn how to pray for them. You can go to Wycliffe Bible Translators and learn about the people groups in the world that are still waiting for a Bible in their language. You know, we have the Bible in our language, but some people have yet to be able to read the Bible in their own language. Someone needs to translate the Bible. It's a lifelong project, but if the Lord would tarry, maybe some of your kids would be called to translate the Bible into a new language. The Jesus film takes the gospel through film into many different languages, about 1,000 all over the world. There are people who are waiting to hear the gospel. A particular area of the world that we should especially pray for is called the 1040 window. This is a rectangle on the map that is between 10 and 40 degrees north of the equator. It stretches from Africa across through Asia. It's an area of the world that is very, very needy. Go to the link that I have to be able to learn more about that area of the world. And as we think about fulfilling God's purpose, I want to read from the Bible in Psalms 127. It says that our children are like arrows in the hand of a mighty warrior. It says, "Happy is the man whose quiver is full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies at the gate." Our children are going to be ones who will speak to those who do not yet know Jesus. For your mission-minded family challenge, fulfill God's mission.